And we're back. Right. So this will be like the first part, and I'm just gonna create a little, something that just works. Maybe I'll use blue because it fits this scheme that we have up here, and I'll just use this little thing here. Let's go like this. Change that. Maybe carry it over a bit, like so, and then use the text tool, probably in the color white, because you want to have a good contrast. And just go TECHU. Oh no, it's called TechU. And just change the font size to something bigger. Alright, so something else, just put MAG, TechU Mag, magazine. And let's go Control T, rotate that up. Maybe let's do this. Even this. Right, you can play with it like this, TechU Mag. Bam. And then maybe have a few things in there like words, perhaps. You want to say what is 5G? And that's a topic. Or maybe that's a topic in this color. And you want to say what is 5G? And that's one topic. Let's lower the layers here. Maybe have another topic. Uh, tech trends. Give me a word. Who is anonymous? Shrink that. Is your information safe? And then maybe, just maybe, yar. Maybe there's a page number associated with this. Page 2. Just to make it more interesting, you just use a different font. All right, so let's assume that's two things in there. Maybe you want more, maybe you want to have a picture inside. Um, AI. I'll just borrow this. Said not a rule of thumb, but yeah, that'll be page one or the cover page. So I'm gonna save this as a PNG. So I'm gonna go to my magazine folder and just create another folder inside that for our tech mag. Cool. So that's the first one. Now the second one now would be you going like this. So because we know the size of this one currently is 850 by 1100, um, to create the second one, it's going to be same height, 1100, but the width is going to be twice as big as 850. 850 times 2 is what? 1700, right? That thing. And we go, ta-da. And then this will be the full page spread for everything. Now, the cool thing about this is that we kind of want to find the center of the whole magazine. Let's just make sure a few things are. So snap is on, but what we need to do is turn on our rulers. So if you want to go rulers, go view, choose rulers, and the ruler comes up. Now the ruler allows you to measure the size of the document. As you can see, it's already in pixels. If for any reason at all you need to change the unit of measurement, you can just right click and choose inches, centimeters, all these different ones. But what we want to do is create a center point. So if you click on the ruler itself and drag out, you'll get a guide. And you pull this out, and it tends to snap somewhere in the center. And if you're not sure, you can always just check if it says 850 right there. So it snaps to the center. You can always create horizontal ones by pulling out from here as well. So let's say I'm going to create guides just to create a margin for my document. Say, hey, the text shouldn't go this far or it should not be any further than this. So I'm going to make the margins this size, this size. Right? Now, I kind of want a fun looking contents page. So what we're going to do is have like a full page spread, probably something dark. So example, technology trend, and I kind of want to have something that's cool and interesting at the same time. Something, let's just write tech. And the color scheme we're looking for is probably color is going to be black and white for me. Depends on what you want to do. So this looks nice for me. It looks good. Can also look for things like this or that. You could do like this. Or let's just go with the first one. This one here. And borrow this image. It's going to be smaller than what I have, but it'll get the job done. So this, you could actually have your contents page like this, right? Maybe you want to be more like this, right? And that'll be your middle page. And you could say, I don't know. And this is playing with white space, by the way. You can do that. Just gonna click here, put in con, or maybe lowercase, just to have fun with it. Contents, and just tick. Let's make it sideways. much. Right, and I make it a right aligned. Not you, the other one. Should be right aligned page. And it could be even smaller. Smaller font, different look and feel. Let's say page, this is 1, 2, page 3 will be, pardon me? Yes. For this to work, yes, you can create two separate pages, but because now I have it as a full page spread, I imagine how it's going to open up and how it would look. And it's easier for me to just do that than to create a separate page and another page and hope it lines up. Because even if I do it like this, I can always crop the pages I want if I want to separate them. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you can always crop the half and crop the other half, and you have two different images. So let's say we have that as our thing, and we say page 3, maybe bigger, 15. Let's say page 4 is something else. Give me something to talk about. AI in your phones. Having conversations while you are. Ooh, scary. Next. Maybe page 6 is something else. New cars. Cool. So let's just throw in a couple things. Very, 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 very not so much going on here. It's using white space, making it more sleek and clean. And you don't have to just leave it there. You can actually just to make the page a little bit more interesting. I'll just take this and I'll just use it as a guide for here, so things can line up. And I might have even just a shape, one shape, you know, and that shape, sorry, that shape is going to be the color of, I don't know, red, just to create some little bit of ambiance. Yeah. And this will be page 2. I want to set it as a PNG page, or tech2, TECH02. Save that. Forgot to save this one as well. Save as tech01. We'll make one more page. graphic designer desk, top view, you know those top view images. Yep, same one. Let's find a good one. So let's go back to pixels for design. Cool. I'll borrow you. Now, even though we have this as a document here, what I can do, assuming this is like the first page, I'll just highlight every layer and group them. Hide that. And I'm going to create one more. So this will be our page 2. And what we can do is create another group, or then start pasting that image. Oops, wrong one. Yellowish metal design. Alright, so just pull that into Photoshop then. Throw that there. Very small, but it's fine. Too small, but I'm gonna make it work. Don't worry about how hideous it looks. And then we can talk about bees and honey. Why on earth we put bees and honey in this, right? Because bees are black and yellow. And that's the only reason. So this image is fake. Right, so this is for bees and honey and tools, color, transparent. And let's look for some bee that could work for this whole thing. Because you know you can always have ads in there. But of course, it's good to get ads that work. So let's look for something called honey. Alright, cool. Let's save this. Ta-da! Now let's pull that inside here. Put some text in there. Maybe the text can say honey. And I'll just change the font to something else. And there, display. Yeah, there we go. And maybe I don't like this yellow because I would rather it look more like this. I can go yellow here, choose FX, color overlay, and just pick a color here and just use that same color, press OK. And the blend mode, I'm just going to choose color. And I get something very, very similar. Or you can use hue. You won't see much of a difference in some cases. But I'll just stick with that. And maybe in saturation too. Right, maybe I'll just take the color B. Press OK, press OK. Because over here is a black look, I'm just going to work with that. Sweet apps. Get it? B. And then we just save this. So assume this is like an ad. Very simplistic. I mean, you guys will have more people in your groups, so you have more things to put in there. Minimum 10 pages. That makes sense. 10. My pages don't make any sense, okay? I'm just throwing stuff together. And then we just change the PNG, and we're going to save this as tech03. Save. right? So let's assume that that's the whole thing. And the very last page we leave for when we get to InDesign. It's just going to be one page that's just completely black as the back page. And so we have that stuff. Save this. Template tech inside. All right, cool. Let's move this down as well. Yes, excellent idea. This will work here quite nicely. So we want to get one more thing, is just the text inside the shape. So for example, in here, I'm just going to work with the text first. So pen tool first of all, and make sure it's in a path layer or as a path. And what you're going to do is just create a quick contour. I'm just going to stick here and here and just get it straight across. Just clicking there and here and here, and that should probably be enough. Let's join those there. Now, typically, if you use the text tool, what's going to happen is that if you go on the top of the path or on the line, you can actually draw the text on the line itself. Example, if we just start typing, it'll start typing on the text itself, right? The other way now is if you're inside the text or inside the path itself. Once the path is closed, you can actually type inside the text. So I click inside there, set this to left align, and just change the font color to black. Maybe I'll also choose a different font because you don't want to have, for example, too much amazing looking fonts or too much fonts going on. So I'm just gonna take some text from somewhere. Honey app. Let's look for some text about it. Or making apps. Developing, yeah, app development. Okay. So here we go. We just borrow this, and I'll borrow that. Copy. I'm just gonna paste that in there. Paste. Right. We can also add in our paragraph settings. Right. Paragraphs you can find over here, and here you can choose hyphenate or not hyphenate, depending on what you want to create, and it's gonna contort itself to that. Of course, if you had more text, you know, blah 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 blah, etc. etc. Type, etc. Etc. It's just gonna stick to inside it. You get the idea, right? So words are just gonna stay inside that, get contoured to that. Cool. And so let's say that PNG, ta-da. And the last part is putting all that we have created into InDesign, Adobe InDesign. So just click on that, just type in, InDesign, Adobe InDesign. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open InDesign, but I'm going to stop this recording and create part 2, which is actually putting the magazine together as a magazine, which is probably going to take about 5 minutes. Right, so I'm going to stop the video here. So you have 2 parts of it to watch. And